So today's video is on a Biasi M90 24S, and what's happening, the burner's coming on for maybe a couple of seconds and then going back off. So we're going to investigate to see what the problem is. I'm going to turn the unit on, the boiler on, press this button here. You can hear the fan, ignition's took place. And we can see the burner on. The burner's gone off. We'll do another take. I'm going to turn the timer off. Let's look at the burner. So the burner's come on and off again. So that's what the problem is. Oh, let's see. It's fired back up and gone off again. Off. And it appears that's what it's repeating, just doing that. Now what I've concluded is, as I said, it's the PCB. The reason why it's a PCB, because it done the first time it started and then it repeated itself, and after the third repetition then it went to this, just a fan running, and it's stuck like this ever since, just stuck in this mode. And I've made a previous video on the same boiler doing the same thing, so I'm convinced it's the board, and I'm 100% sticking to my skills, decisions, and that's it. No dispute whatsoever. So that's it on this one. Today is part 2 of our Biasi PCB problem. So we're going to be changing the ignition board on this boiler. We've done this a few times now. Removed the front of this boiler. Just got the 2 screws on the top and the front panel lifts off. We need to get inside this part here. In order to do that, we've got screws at the bottom. We've done that before, either side. And then you can pull this front section forward. That's it. It's the same as last time. Remember, we took the screws off to get access into it?
Yeah.
Just the same as before.
Yeah.
Incidentally, that's where the boiler switched off from. Pull that plug out there. That's it. Just have a little digress off the PCB. If you look at this heating pump, there's 2 types of pumps on these Biasis, and you can tell by the automatic air vent. Now at the moment, this particular air vent is here on the right hand side. On some of them, it's on the left. It's on this side.
Yeah.
And you can also see the pressure gauge sensing tube here, and also this pipe is going to the expansion vessel. So when you need to get a new pump, if you just check which side the auto air vent's on, if it's on this side or on this side, because this pump is going to be different. So something to be aware of.
Yeah, that's fine. Great.
We can probably take this out a bit more. Just lift it up a little bit. That's it, just to get that bit of angle so you can get your screws. Okay, your screws. This is the first part you can lift off first, because if you look here, see that? That goes over this.
Yeah.
So that's got to come off first. Just lift it off. You can just put down there, and then that's screws removed, so this will come off now. Right, on these Biasis as well, they've got different PCBs. On this particular one, you've got two PCBs. This is your control board.
Yeah.
And this is your ignition board.
Yeah.
That's the one we're going to change.
Yeah.
Now, on some models, they've just got one board. Just one board.
One single board.
Yeah, one single board. Now, some of them you can't tell until you open them up like this.
Yeah.
To find out if it's got two boards like this,
yeah.
or one single board.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, you need to check sometimes when you're getting a PCB fault. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Something to be aware of. By pulling the sides out here like I've done, and here, it's gave us a bit more of an angle so we can get into the screws easier and the connections easier. You're now going to remove the screws. There's one here, there's one at the back there.
Yeah.
You're now going to see these little tabs here, that little,
Yeah.
you've done these before on boards. Just push it out slightly and then you can pull the plug out. Don't pull it right out of the way though, leave it there.
Okay.
Leave that in the same area. It's not going to interfere with you. I've said this before on other videos, when you're taking out wires, you keep them in the same area.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Yes, so that you don't mix them up when you're fixing the new board on it.
Yeah. If you push them all to the side, then sometimes it might be confusing where they go back. He's going to take a picture of the PCB so he can make sure he gets the wires correct. This part here, I'll just show you something. The wire is what you just pulled off there.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
The electrode.
Yeah.
It's for the electrodes.
Yeah, so this is a spark generator.
Yeah.
Yeah. These two wires for the spark generator.
Generators, okay.
Now this one, that's for the flame sensing.
Okay.
Yeah, so when the flame detected, the current goes down there.
Yeah.
And that's it, so that's why we've got the ignition board.
But, oh, right. Yeah.
Right, okay, carry on. Before you take it out, this one here that goes to the clock, it'll stop you removing the board upwards, so we pull that connection out and then the board will come out. Should just pull, that's it. Alright, you can lift the board out now. Okay. I'm just going to basically just put it back as reverse. So there's no potentiometer on that one, you can just go straight in. Plug all the wires back. So you've got them all on now.
Yep.
You just got to put the screws back, two securing screws. We just turned the power on, but I noticed there's no display on the clock. And what that is, it's easy to do. Make that mistake, I've done it myself. The connection, where you put in the clock, it's the wrong way around. So you just got to take it off. We'll turn the power off, take it off, and then switch it round, and then you'll get that display. So it's like upside down. turn the power off. Yeah. The display is back on, and most importantly, the burner's back on. So it was that. As I said, I've seen it on a previous video. I used my video, what I created in the first place, to confirm my own logical thinking. And there you have it. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, he's very good at that, really. Yes, a good concept. You have the first video, which also allow you to be able to move on with the diagnosis of this particular fault again. So yeah, it's a good thing.
No one said everything's working, but we do still have another problem. This is not switching off because it is on now. So that's on. And that's off, so that should be going off, but it's still staying on. It's something to do with that plug. I've seen this as well before. We've now corrected the fault. It's now working as it should. Just show you. So that's on. You hit fire up. Burner's on. And you're now going to turn it off. Get it go off. Burner's gone off. So what actually happened, he did put it the correct way in the first place, but what happened, he didn't shove the plug in enough, so it didn't make a contact to make the display on the unit. So I thought he put it upside down.
Yes.
So when we put it upside down, that then brings it on, but it won't turn off.
Oh.
So if you get that problem, it's not turning off. That's it. Basically, the plug's upside down. So either way, it was a good exercise to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as I said, if this is how you learn, you see the mistakes, and we learn from our mistakes. That's what it's all about. That's what the way I do it, and putting these videos out for you guys to see, and giving you the real deal, so you learn exactly what we're saying. Would you agree?
Yeah, that's correct. Absolutely.
Okay. Now all he has to do is put the cover back on, screw it all up, push it in, tighten all the screws, and put it back how we left it.